Next, PCO2 measurement. So likewise, PHPO2. Here we are going to measure the concentration of CO2, carbon dioxide. Okay, ions in a solution. So the term PCO2 is defined as the partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Okay, so the determination of PCO2 is one the most important physiological chemical measurement. Okay, so determining the PCO2 value in the human physiology is very important chemical measurement. Okay, the effective functioning of both respiratory and cardiovascular system can be done only by the PCO2 measurement. So by finding the value of PCO2, you can determine the functioning of respiratory and cardiovascular system. Okay, this is the PCO2 measurement meter. So here also you'll be using the electrodes, reference electrode and active electrode. Okay, which will be having the plastic jacket. So silver chloride electrode will be acting as the reference electrode, and then hydrogen carbonate and sodium chloride. Okay, hydrogen carbonate and sodium chloride will be used as the electrolyte substance. Then this will be acting as a silver and silver chloride wire. This is carbon dioxide gas permeable membrane. So it will permit, this membrane will allow only the CO2 to enter. So this will be seen in detail in next slide. So the partial pressure of carbon dioxide can be measured with the help of PCO2 electrodes. Since there is a linear relationship between the logarithm of PCO2 and pH of a solution, the PCO2 measurement is made by surrounding a pH electrode. So here there is a linear relationship between PCO2 and pH value. So we are going to use pH electrode for the PCO2 measurement. Okay, with the selective permeable membrane. So pH measurement meter has a CO2 permeable membrane which will be covering the glass membrane surface. So at the bottom, I think you've seen a membrane. This will be acting as a permeable membrane for CO2. Okay, it will allow or permit only the CO2 gas. The membrane permeable to CO2 is made up of Teflon. Okay, which is not permeable to other ions which will affect the pH value. So that membrane, permeable membrane is made up of Teflon. So Teflon will permit only the CO2 gas and other ions will be blocked. Okay, unless that substance value will be affecting the pH value. Okay, so a bicarbonate buffers separate the membrane. So a bicarbonate will be used in the membrane to separate. Okay, for isolation purpose. Then PCO2. PCO2 electrode is a combined pH and silver and silver chloride reference electrode which will be mounted in a plastic jacket. Okay, so that for a measurement of PCO2 you will be using the combination of pH electrode as well as silver and silver chloride electrode. The silver and silver chloride electrode will be using as their reference electrode. Okay, so both this electrode will be placed in the plastic jacket. Okay, the last point, it is filled with the bicarbonate electrolyte. Okay, bicarbonate electrolyte, bicarbonate electrolyte or sodium chloride. Okay, This is one more setup for a PCO2 measurement. See, this is different from that. Here you will be using the more or less it will be similar, but little bit change will be here. That is, here you will be using spacer in the glass membrane. So the study of that setup is given here. So the PCO2 contains a spacer, that is a porous membrane made of nylon. Okay, porous membrane made of nylon. So the membrane which will be having many pores in that membrane. Okay, with with the pores, membrane with the pores, that will be called as porous membrane, which will be acting as a support for the meter. Okay, and then as CO2 diffuses through the membrane and into the support, the pH of the electrolyte will change. So once the diffusion takes place, so the diffusion of CO2 takes place across the membrane, in the support, as well as in the support. This support is nothing but your spacer. Okay, look at the picture. This is spacer. Okay, and permeable membrane. Okay, so permeable membrane spacer. So through this two layer, the CO2 will be passed or entered. Okay, entered out, so that the value of the pH value of the electrolyte will be changing. Okay, after diffusion of CO2, electrolyte value, pH value will be changing. So the output of the modified pH electrode is proportional to the PCO2 present in the sample. So now, I told already, your PCO2 measurement meter contains both pH electrode as well as silver chloride electrode. Okay, so pH value of the electrolyte substance will be changing once the CO2 diffuses through that semi-permeable membrane. So that modified, the changed value, pH value of the electrolyte solution will be proportional to the PCO2 present in the given sample solution. Okay, that's all.